footballers are very good but don't perform in important matches. We can call it bad luck or something else. It's actually hard to define. In this video, I will show you some footballers who are normally very good but don't perform in important matches. For example, we can start with Haaland. But before we move on to Erling Haaland, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. Your support is very important to me. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I am sure that no one doubts that Haaland is a very successful footballer. Even in the most difficult league in the world, such as the Premier League, he can easily exceed the 30-goal threshold. If Messi hadn't won the Ballon d'Or last season, Erling Haaland would have won the Ballon d'Or. But there's something missing in this man. In important matches, he almost disappears on the pitch and can make mistakes. If we look at the Premier League matches, Haaland has not scored in Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Chelsea, and Tottenham matches this season. Similarly, he didn't score against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Some of you may think about it like this. The opposition defense players pay more attention to the player who is expected to score and will not leave his side. That's why the opposition defenders pay too much attention to Haaland, and Haaland doesn't score. But although this idea is logical, it is not entirely correct. Because names like Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, and Lionel Messi are also very difficult for defenders. Despite this, they can star and score goals in important matches. So Haaland can also achieve this. This applies to all players on our list. At number 2 is Darwin Nunez. If we look at the goals scored by Nunez, we can say that they are all tremendous.
Simicas, the lovely ball and the header is fantastic, and Darwin Nunez has scored for Liverpool again. That's the ball that's for Nunez. Oh, what a goal! Oh, that is absolutely beautiful.
But this guy misses very simple goals in important matches.
Ball into the back post, we're looking for Mo Salah. It should be finished off, but isn't. From Darwin Nunez. By he recovered. Salah again! Off the woodwork again! And Darwin Nunez denied.
In fact, Nunez could play well in important matches before he came to Liverpool. He scored a hat-trick against Liverpool when he played for Benfica. That's why Klopp liked him so much and transferred him to Liverpool. But after coming to Liverpool, he couldn't score easy goals in important matches. That's why he gets a lot of reaction from the fans. But according to Jurgen Klopp, he is still a very good player. Klopp said the following about Darwin Nunez. When he made his debut, for someone watching from the outside, it looked like he wasn't playing well. But that was not the case for us. It's crazy how quickly we start judging people, isn't it? Imagine if someone did that to you after your first day at work and you were told, "Go home, don't come back." At number 3 is Kai Havertz. At the age of 19, Havertz was one of the best footballers of his time. He started his football career at Leverkusen, but he never again performed as well as he did at Bayern Leverkusen. He is now at Arsenal, and the fans often blame him after defeats.
We got a guy who runs around, and we could have got Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew does the same as Kai Havertz. He's unbalanced the team. Oh, you don't know the space he makes. Emil Heskey made space for people. Dirk Kuyt made space for people.
Where's he going?
Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum. Please take Kai Havertz from us.
He ain't going
Give
nowhere.
us £1 million, brother.
This season, he didn't score for any of the teams like Manchester City, Tottenham, Manchester United, Aston Villa, who are in the championship race. Although he is a very good footballer, he can have problems in important matches. But his coach Arteta had this to say about him. "I love him and I see his qualities every day in training. His work rate is excellent. He performs a lot. His work in the team is very good. It's only his statistics that stand out as lacking at the moment. It's hard to ask for more, especially from the people in our stadium and our fans. But I think you should show him love because we will get the best out of him." Ousmane Dembele is next. Ousmane Dembele can play in many positions. I'd say he's one of the best strikers in recent months. but he has big problems in important matches. Actually, Dembele has been very good in important matches recently, but the Barcelona period was a complete fiasco. Recently, he performed very well against Barcelona for PSG. Barcelona fans whistled him. I am a Madrid fan, but Barcelona fans are quite right. Because Dembele was missing almost every position in important matches during the Barcelona period, especially in the 2019 Champions League against PSG, he missed 9 net positions in just one match. All of these positions were against the goalkeeper. Dembele missed such positions many times at Barcelona. So do you think Dembele is better at PSG or Barcelona? At number 5, we have Leroy Sane. In fact, Sane is one of the best right wingers of recent times. Especially when he played for Manchester City, he was one of the best players in the Premier League. But since he came to Bayern Munich, he wastes many positions in important matches. He also had this problem when he played in the Premier League. Sane wants to score himself rather than pass the ball to his mates. In important matches, he often sends the ball wide when he tries to score. That's why he had a fight with Sadio Mane in the past years.
A little bit of extra news from that game. You might have seen it being reported earlier today concerning the story between Sadio Mane and Leroy Sane, and that is that Mane punched Leroy Sane in the face after that defeat for Bayern Munich yesterday. Sky Germany at the moment reporting that Sane's lip was bleeding after the altercation. The players needed to be separated by their fellow teammates in the dressing room.
Sadio was very angry with him for wasting many positions in the game. I think Leroy Sane can play an active role in important matches if he passes the ball to his friends. But if he continues like this, he will mostly fail in important games. At number 6, we have Robert Lewandowski. For some players, some clubs can be bad. For example, Dembele didn't perform well at Barcelona, but after his transfer to PSG, he started to perform very well. Similarly, Antoine Griezmann was playing very badly at Barcelona, but when he came back to Atletico Madrid, he started to perform very well. Robert Lewandowski was a very good footballer at Bayern, but after his transfer to Barcelona, his performance started to decline. He started to miss too many goals, especially in important matches. He even wastes many positions and therefore prevents his friends from scoring goals. But still, we should not blame Lewandowski, because in some clubs, the performance of players can drop. At number 7, although she is a female footballer, many of you know Alisha Lehmann. Lehmann is one of the successful names of women's football. She is currently playing for Aston Villa. Although she is a very successful footballer, we can say that she has not performed well in some important matches. She could not perform effectively against the successful teams of the Women's Super League, especially against Chelsea, Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal. She could not show a good performance. They're currently in 7th place in the league with her team. They will probably finish the league in 7th place. So, do you think there are other footballers who can't play well in important matches despite being a good footballer? Be sure to write in the comments. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Goodbye.